We don't have the best view. We're sniping a view from a kind of boundary road, and you can just see Tingana's eyes peering around. He's up in a marula tree lying next to the remains of a female impala kill that he made probably the night before last. And hard to say how much of the kill's remaining. We don't have the best view from where we are. We're probably parked about 80 meters away. And I am told from some of the guys that do have access to get closer underneath that tree that he's in, that Hosanna is also lurking nearby. Now, Hosanna is a 2-year-old young male leopard who is his son, in fact. And despite the fact that it is his son, the fact that he is tolerating him so close to a kill is quite interesting, because ordinarily male leopards will not take any kind of extra bystanders along with their kills, especially not another male. Maybe a female would be tolerated, but definitely not a male. Now, I'm so happy you guys have been enjoying some incredible scenes up in the Mara with Ralph, and of course the magical moments with Tristan and Tundi with that little cub on the move. Exciting times. And Tristan's doing a great job trying to work out, where to go and how long to stay, and it's always a tricky business, but Tristan is very sensitive, and I wouldn't think of a better person to be sharing that sighting with you and controlling that sighting and making decisions as and when they are needed to be made. I think we're going to move on from this spot, though, because we've been waiting here for about 20 minutes now, and I just don't think it's worth our while staying any longer. Let me just stop and give you a little view of the kind of impala legs dangling from behind him there. You can see next to his tail dangling there's an impala leg. But hard to say how much of the impala is still draped over those branches and how much longer they will be here. I'm guessing not too much, though. So hopefully they'll be up and on the move this evening. No sign of Hosanna down there. Apparently he is lurking around somewhere in the grass, but I don't think we will get a visual from where we are here, which is a bit of a pity. But like I say, hopefully this kill will be finished sooner rather than later, and then they will come out and possibly come back onto Djuma where we can see them. Very good. Now, when that vehicle was racing past us a little bit earlier on, they shouted Madorangala, which means male lion. But I've heard no further reports on the radio as to those lion coming across onto our property. So, hang on. You can see quite a few vehicles moving further down this cut line. So let's race down there and see what it is that they are possibly looking at. Maybe these lions are closer than we expected them to be, but according to the report I got, they were probably about 2 miles further down that road. Let's cruise along there and see what happens. Woohoo! Hello, Guide Monkey. You would like to know what are the kind of rules and regulations regarding these invisible boundaries, which are essentially just roads, and how does it all work? Well, basically each and every lodge and or outfit like us, I mean, we're the only property that drives around that isn't a lodge, but each and every lodge and us have got certain properties that we can traverse. And it's a basic rental agreements where certain landowners allow you to pay rent to traverse X amount of land. We've only got access to about 1,500 hectares of land in total, mainly which it is comprised of the Djuma property and then a small extra little few hundred hectares on Chitwa. And it's for very good reason that people have got a limit to how many vehicles they lease out per area of traverse. It's like owning a block of flats. There's only so many tenants that you can have in there before it becomes a nightmare. And it's exactly the same here. So we sadly, because we've come into the fray later than all the lodges did, this area has been operating commercially for about 50 years now. So you tend to find all of the agreements were kind of already set up between various lodges Some lodges have got small traverse and also not very many rooms, and therefore not very many vehicles, so that you can have maybe 4 or 5 small lodges all sharing 4 or 5 small properties amongst one another. Or you get some lodges which are fortunate that have got like 10,000 hectares all to themselves, and then they've generally got more rooms and about 16 vehicles. That's kind of like the camp where I started my career. Oh, we're in luck. There's a treat up ahead of us. So stick around, just need to go through this dip and pop up the other side, and then we'll have a little treat for you. So I think that should be able to help you, Guide Monkey. We sadly, like I say, are trying our best to get more traverse, but we are battling to do so. Which may mean we may end up actually leaving this area and going somewhere where we do get more land. That is a reality if we can't snaffle any more deals. Now, there are 3 vehicles in the sighting here, so I'm just going to park off at a distance here and give you a quick view of this male lion. There, you can see it in the corner. Yeah, but I mean... Okay, well, we're going to send you away while we get into position here, and we'll see you a bit later.